Hello friends, welcome back to Hyderabad now. And in the video today, we're going to discuss the impact of the new government in Telangana and specifically in Hyderabad, how exactly is going to impact the Hyderabad real estate market. So at this point of time, this is just going to be our point of view. It might or might not eventually come into picture. So similar to what you see in the stock market where the stocks went up, go down, stabilize. Same can happen in the real estate market. It can also go up, go down, stabilize. But it's a bit more predictable compared to the stock market. But it can give you opportunities to invest in real estate as well, and it can help a new set of buyers to come into the picture and they can also really invest in this. In the last 1 to 2 years, the Hyderabad real estate market has skyrocketed, and with this change, this might stabilize for a moment, which can give an opportunity for people who have been waiting on the sideline to come into the market and really take it up from there. And this might be a kind of a limited setback for maybe 3 to 6 months, but eventually it will help to stabilize and have a stronger base to move from here. So what we have seen in the past, it has moved up in one direction only, and it has gone at a very, very rapid pace. And that might not be always right, because that can create bubble and it can burst at any time. So this is probably the good thing which is happening. It is going to stabilize the market with a lot of people who have been waiting on the sidelines can enter the market and invest. So let's see what are our 7 predictions for the next 6 months and whether those are going to come true. And if you are going to agree with any of these, put in the comments, 1 agree, 2 disagree, that kind of things you can put in the comment. Our prediction 1, there is not going to be a lot of price appreciation expected in next 6 months. So what we are expecting is the prices of apartments might not decline much, but it is going to stagnate for next 6 months till we get a clarity of what exactly is going to happen in the Hyderabad real estate market. Our prediction number 2 is few of the tier 1 developers might continue to do well, but there are a few other tier 1 developers might struggle a bit to get their projects approved, and for the next 6 months we might not see a lot of projects coming up from a few of the tier 1 developers, but few of the tier 1 developers will continue to get new projects coming up. So for example, My Home, Aparna, Rajapuspa, Jayaveri, Prestige, these are the tier 1 developers primarily, and all of these tier 1 developers have been a lot of projects have come up in recent 1 or 2 years, with almost 5 to 6 projects coming up from each of these tier 1 developers. But in next 6 months, we might see few of these tier 1 developers might continue to have some new projects coming up, but some of the tier 1 developers might not come up with new projects. So that is your prediction number 2. And prediction number 3 is about Neopolis and Kokapet, where we are expecting the prices will stagnate, especially in Neopolis area, and Kokapet also it's going to stagnate. But what can happen in Neopolis is it can just go down a bit for next 6 months, because of the prices over here actually reached almost 12,000, 13,000 rupees per square feet, which is absolutely unaffordable. And anyone who is investing at that price range, they always invest for a better future with a visibility in mind, with something clarity which will be there. So with any uncertainty, whether in governance or how exactly things will pan out in next 6 months, that clarity will not be there. So hence, all those apartments which were being sold at around 4 to 5 crore price range, those apartments might see a price decrease. But all the apartments with a range of let's say 1 to 2 crore, they might not see a decline in price, but they are going to see a stagnation of price for next 6 months. And our fourth prediction is about the budget range of apartments, which is, can say, 80 lakhs to 1.2 crore, which is primarily used for the end use purpose and it's not primarily for investment. And we're going to see some prominence of a lot of buyer interest being generated over there, because when we talk about a lot of people who actually have been waiting on the sidelines to invest into this market, and most of these people are in this price range of 80 lakhs to 1.2 crore. So there will be a lot of opportunity here, and with so much inventory in place right now in Hyderabad and the uncertainty of how exactly things will pan out, the developers or the real estate developers are going to have some discount, and some of those are also can have good offers in terms of free amenities or free car parking to entice this audience which has been there in the sidelines, and that might see an increase in number of apartments being sold in the range of 80 lakhs to 1.2 crore. And our number 5th prediction is the tier 2 and tier 3 developers are going to face difficulty in completing their projects, and some of their projects might extend beyond what they have planned for. And considering there has been a lot of inventory coming from tier 1 developers, so the tier 2 and tier 3 developers are going to see a decline in interest of their projects, and if they're not going to get new buyers, so they might not get the funds to continue with their projects, so that way they might see some delay in their project completions. And the 6th point is regarding the one-time payment options, which we believe is going to reduce, and a lot of demand which we have been seeing in the last few months on the one-time payment options, that might reduce a bit, because one-time payment option, when people go for it, they have a visibility when this project will be completed, and whenever the uncertainty comes into the picture, the interest in one-time payment options really goes down. So we're thinking that one-time payment options might not see a lot of interest going forward, and the tier 2 and tier 3 developers who have been waiting for the one-time payment options might not be able to get the funds through that route in future. And finally, the point number 7 is about prediction of some of the areas in West Hyderabad that can benefit out of this, or what we are expecting is Osman Nagar, Tellapur and Kollur area. The reason is regarding point 4, when it's discussed about the projects which are in the range of 80 lakhs to 1.2 crore, to get some buyer interest and all the people who have been sitting the sideline to come into the market and buy at this point of time. And we're seeing a lot of projects in this price range in the areas like Osman Nagar, Tellapur and Kollur area, and at the same time we can see a decline in price in Kokapet area. The reason being, if the infrastructure is not going to come up, or there is uncertainty in the infrastructure coming up in Neopolis area, people are going to move to areas where the prices are going to be almost 20 to 30% less than Kokapet area, and there could also be possibility of infrastructure coming in those areas as well. So that is our 7th, the last prediction of the apartment prices in Hyderabad, and that's why I think these are the areas which can benefit out of this in the next 6 months. But eventually after 6 months, when you get clarity of how the things are going to move, all these things might change in future. Do let us know which of these predictions you agree, and let's say you agree on one, just mention one yes to know that in comments, so that we understand which exactly the predictions are you think are going to come true. So that's pretty much it. It's a quick overview of the prospects of Hyderabad real estate market for next 6 months. I hope you like this video. If yes, give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching.